Good morning. It's Sunday the 24th of February. I've just come back from a trip down Hampshire, Tadley. We went down to do a talk, and while we were there we did a couple of garden visits. Excellent gardens. One lady who posts on Facebook, she's got lots and lots of stuff set and growing even outside in the garden, and I thought it was virtually impossible, but what I realise now, the difference, we live in the northeast of England here, what I realise is the difference in temperature is anywhere from 9 to 12 degrees. Yesterday down there it was 12 degrees comfortable, and they said it wasn't a very particularly nice day. By the time we got home it was 2 degrees and it had been a terrible day. So I think the weather conditions around the country obviously have a big part to play in what we do. The lady was Hannah Perry. She did a great job on her garden, really good. She does it all herself, and it's a tribute to what she's doing. After that we visited John Brannan. He's known as one of the top exhibitors in the country with vegetables. Brilliant place, and I thank John for the good look around. Thank his good lady for the tea and coffee. We had a great look around, and you always pick a few tips up while you're away. The one thing I was taken with at John's, he grows everything for the house, so they're virtually self-sufficient, whether it's fruit or vegetables. He also exhibits a lot, and he was showing me some fantastic shallots. I've just set some actually. He gave me a packet of seed. I was very lucky. The shallot was called Zabroon. It's a seed shallot. It's torpedo shaped shallot, but it keeps very well. They were fantastic, fairly large and great for cooking. So it's get me in the bug again. Come home and started thinking, what can we start sowing today? This morning I've sown some tomatoes, just a couple of different varieties. I've got quite a few to show for exhibition yet. I've put some of the shallots in. I've put a little bit of lettuce in. We're just on setting a few other things. I'm going to set some peas, but while I'm doing it I may as well just show you what we can do at the moment. I'm looking at the potting bench. It's just a little homemade potting bench. I've got it split into two ends. It holds approximately a half a bag, maybe 40 or 50 litres of compost on each side. One side is for seed sowing, the other side is for potting on. That's the seed compost I use, Clover Professional, seeded modular. It's a great compost. I've used half of this bag already. That goes into one side. It's a lovely compost, just needs breaking up a little bit. Very nice, that's lovely. On the other side, I use Professional, again, Clover compost. It's a potting range, it's the gold bags. They do a pot bedding range also, which is it's a red bag. But this is the one I'm going to use for potting on. We'll just put this over and find the knife. That's sticking to the other side of the potting bench. And now it doesn't matter whether I want to sow some seed or whether I want a pot, I can do so. I've made a little lid which covers one side. Ready here. That covers one side so I can work off the other side. So I'm working off the seed sowing side. If I want to do potting, I just move the bench over and work off this side. Now then, there's several ways to sow seed. You can use the traditional seed tray method, a little seed pan. This is fine, there's nothing wrong with it, it's very good. Fill that with compost and set your seeds in drills across the road. The only thing I find here is when you remove them, you will snap a little bit of root, and I try not to snap any root on any of my seedlings. So I prefer the little 20 packs. You can do it in 12 if you want. This is a little 20 pack. Just fill these with seed compost. I'm just going to put some peas in now. And you won't disturb the roots. If you want to sow more than one per cell, which you can do so, You still hardly disturb the roots, and I will show you how we do it. But looking at here, we'll just drop, I'm going to put 2 peas in each cell, and if one doesn't germinate, it doesn't hurt. It's difficult to stop, and there's 3 going into 1 or 2 where they roll out. I may remove them. I will not bore you with going through the whole 3. That's 1 tray done, as you can see there. Now, more often than not, I always use fine vermiculite for covering the tops up. Now I'm going to do 1 tray with vermiculite. I usually use vermiculite to top all my seeds off. There we are, we have 1 ready. I will sow these. I'll not do it on camera, it's taking a little while. And I will cover those with compost, and we'll follow them through in a couple of weeks' time when they've germinated and see which seems to come the better for you. So that's the system that I use. This morning I've sown 2 or 3 things, as I say. We'll take a look at them. We'll have a little look around the greenhouse. I'll also show you about potting. Another method of sowing. These were sown about a month ago. This is Guardsman spring onion. It's a fairly large spring onion. I usually put approximately 50 to a pot, as we can see. These are ready to pot on now. Not that I would always pot spring onion on. You can see it's got a good root, lovely there. I would water that when I open it up tomorrow to put into cells. That'll break up and peel off very easy. These seedlings will come away separately, and they'll make super spring onions. Probably ready to eat in the next month. Goes back in. They need a watering before I pot them. So that's another system as well for the likes of onions and things like that. We'll have a quick look around. I'll remove the camera from its stand. We'll turn it around. Right, quickly in here, back in the growth chamber. Late set leeks now, coming away nicely in cells. There's some very small ones still. See, they're coming away. A few tomatoes there. I said a few early on. They have a slight blue cast to them. They're actually growing. They've germinated very quickly and they're growing fairly rapidly. These will end up really stocky plants because of the light. They don't need grow lights. I've just put some on to try and get an early batch. Musselburgh leeks at the front here, approximately 50 to a pot. They will get potted on just into the, maybe 12 cells. Then we've got some later set leeks here again. Moving, there's some onions that I've set in 20 cells. I've got some about ready to prick off, which I'll show you. Moving back through, I'll just show you the virus-free out of interest. These are the virus-free leeks that we got early on. They're now in 3 litre pots. I've just potted them up and I'm very pleased with them. They're looking very nice, as you can see. Beautiful and clean. These are virus-free Cumbrian. They're the only ones in the country and they've come direct from the laboratory. Moving down the greenhouse. Batch of seedlings here. These are GSN seedlings. They're doing very well. Look very nice. Once again, virus-free. They're looking very good. From seed you will get virus-free plants. The only trouble is they don't grow true to the parent. A few onions doing quite well in 3-inch pots. Some of the larger onions okay. More onions. A few of the onions I'm growing for giants. I don't know if you can see those. Just for heavyweights. And then again we've got leeks all along here. Moving on to a few seed that I've sown. See if there's a date on this. I thought I'd put a date on there. They've been sown about a fortnight. It's basil, 3 different types of basil. There's a minute basil, a red basil, which is just coming through. You can see it popping through there, and a sweet basil on the end. Basil is not the easiest subject to grow, and if you overwater it, it'll damp off very easily, and it does need to be kept warm. So they're in a warm. This is a hot bed that they stood on, a sand bed with hot pipes running through it. As we can see, that's the shallot that I've sown from Shelley Seeds, Zabroon. I got that seed kindly from John Brannan, and I'm looking forward to growing that. I am. My wife's a good cook, and she loves cooking with shallots. Just a few Gardener's Delight, a few Money Maker. I've put a few Antarctica lettuce in. Now what I've done here, I've put 2 or 3 seeds per cell, and we look at potting them on later. It's very easy and you don't disturb the roots. This is very old seed. This was 7-year-old seed, Rheinsberger onions, and I've set them. They are germinating, but I'm not getting 100%. A few peppers. They were sown fairly early, just to get off to a good start. And that's about it. I've got some onions here. These were sown on the 9th of January. I'll just put one tray on just to show you, or one cell, just to show you. Move the tray along. Just a nice root on them. 3 seeds, there's 3 or 4 seeds put per tube. These have been moistened. Just break that root ball very gently, shake it off, and your plants will come off very easily for potting on. Difficult with one hand. There we have 3 plants. These are exhibition onions. No root damage at all. They've come out very nicely. Usually I would pot them off a little bit earlier, but these plants get sent out to people, and we separate them off and send them out just like that. These will be potted up into a equivalent to a 3-inch pot. Well, it's a 9cm square pot, and I will use this particular compost. It pays when anything exhibition like this to give a little support. I'll show you the supports which I use. I have small rings made out of florist wire. I don't know if we can see that. It's just a ring which is, it's wire coated in a plastic, and you can shape them anything you want, make them any size you want, and they hold the onions up in the early stages. Well, that's a little look for today. We'll take another look. We'll take another look in the greenhouse, maybe in a week or a fortnight's time, see if there's any germination taking place, and again I'll just show you how to pot on. Once you've set anything, try the vermiculite, also try some in compost, see which is your best success rate. Make sure you put a label in, and I always put the date I sow on as well, or most of the times I remember to do so. But as I say, I'll keep you informed maybe every couple of weeks now, because we will be starting to sow more and more. Thanks very much now, bye bye.